All right, let's talk about your assignments for week number 7. First of all, you're going to want to look at my feedback on your informative speech outline. I've gone through each of these and I've given you specific feedback. In general, a lot of the feedback has to do with your oral citations. You've been working really diligently to perfect those oral citations in the research assignment. And so, as you get full credit on the research assignment and you've got those completed oral citations, you need to insert them into your outline. Remember, your audience does not know about your research. And so, as you unpack each source in your speech, you have to take care to establish the authority of each source by telling the audience who wrote this source, when it was published, what is the title of the source, and why is that source knowledgeable on that topic. So you have to explain that to your audience and build up that credibility so that your audience can trust the information that you provide. This also builds your speaker credibility. So it's a win-win. So make sure that you are looking at my notes about your outline and updating your outlines, resubmit them until you get full credit. And the purpose of that is to really make sure that your speech has all of the criterion so that you can be successful when it is presented. Now, you'll notice the last section of the rubric talks about the style of the outline, so that when your outline is fully completed, the final step needs to be reducing that outline to keywords. And when we reduce the outline to keywords, that will prohibit you from reading, which we call manuscript speaking, and you'll be able to speak extemporaneously. You'll be able to have a conversation with your audience instead of just reading to them. And you want to avoid that in order to get full credit on this speech. So take some time to go back to the outline and work through that structure and those comments that I have left until you get full credit. And then you'll be confident that you're ready to give a full speech. So it might take a few iterations to get that exactly where it needs to be. Meanwhile, you are participating in discussion board number 3. And this is a discussion board where you really explore and discuss and walk through the process of rehearsing for the informative speech. We're taking this prepared speech and we're walking you through each of the steps sequentially so that you are ready to give your first speech. So get on that board. You can hop on there and make your posts and then make your replies to make sure that you get full credit and pay attention to those deadlines. Additionally, this week in week 7, we have a quiz. Quiz number 2 is going to be due, and that is on the public speaking process and delivery. So pay attention to that deadline. And then, of course, after this week, we'll be on fall break. And so after fall break, then you'll be working to go ahead and record that informative speech. You're always welcome to work ahead in the course. And as always, let me know if you have any questions.